Number four, are you thinking big or are you thinking small? Now, a little bit about my background is I come from a town where there's barely even 10,000 people, if that. Might only be like 5,000 people. Do you think that when I had the dream to run one of the biggest sales agencies in the world, the fastest growing sales agency, the best sales agency for sales reps, do you think that everyone in my town thought that I could do that? Absolutely not, right? Even some of my own family probably thought it wasn't the best path for me, right? They thought that I would go on to be a politician, I would go on to be a speaker, I would go on to be this, I would go on to be that, but no one actually asked me, what do I want to do with my life? And that is in the terms of, are you thinking big enough or are you thinking small? Are you doing what other people think of you in that moment? Meaning, are you in their standard or are you living to your standard of life? Your standard. And a lot of people don't ask themselves, am I living to my standard of life? Am I living big enough for myself? And most of the time, you're not. Most of the time, you're living in someone else's version of your life. And you need to take control of that. When you think about, I want to be rich, you don't think about 100K. And if 100K is your goal, that's a very good goal. But you need to think bigger, even bigger. You need to think 250K, 300K, 500K. Because the actions of making 100K versus 250K are actually doubled, if not tripled. And you have to have way better habits and processes in place to do that. So don't just think about what can I do to make 100K within a year. Think about what can I do to make 250K this year. Push yourself and have a stretch goal.